Welcome back. This is the situation of the sauna at the moment. The terrace is almost complete. It's missing the handrail from here. But that's not what I'm going to do today. There's also other things missing, such as the floor is not finished or the roof. There's no insulation on either of those. But otherwise, it's somewhat complete. The walls are complete. Windows, doors, some minor things. But what I'm going to do today is to finish the sauna seats. The upper seat is already sanded and oiled, so there's no sticks or splinters coming off anymore. But the lower seat is not complete. It's just laying there. I have two of these amazing second-hand luted boards that work as a seat, but they are in a rough shape. They are old floorboards of some kind. So I'm going to sand them real nice and then put some paraffin oil so they don't absorb moisture anymore. This is how the sauna looks at the moment. We've been using it for like 1.5 months already, and it's nice. All the log work is done. The sauna is in use. We have a new chimney, the old stove. The floor is still missing one board from there, and the floorboards needs to be oiled as well so they don't absorb the moisture that bad. But there also needs to be done some modifications. So the idea is, because it's raining a little bit today, the idea is to set up a sanding station here on the porch. I also have some new filming equipment, such as the microphone and a gimbal that will follow me. I'd like to get some feedback on how the sound quality and video quality are. I've been having some weeks off from the work site because I've been feeling quite exhausted. But now it's good time to continue a little bit because the temperatures are dropping and the oiling can't be done if it's freezing. It could be done inside, but we can't heat up this space yet. And I want to do the sanding outside, so it's just clever to do it now. Anyways, let's pull out the seat. I've been sanding these first with the grinder and then with the sander. First with the grinder to get rid of all the huge dents and most of the imperfections, and then just to finish with the sander. There are many damaged spots that need to be sanded quite roughly, so it's a lot faster. Now this is sanded with the grinder and it's time to sand it perfectly with the sander. It's now sanded, feels nice all the way through. Now it's time to oil it, but before oiling I'd like to do like a final dry so the oil absorbs nicely. I mean, it's been raining today, so the moisture content is probably a little bit too high. So my plan is to heat up the sauna, put the benches up there and let them dry for an hour or so. The sauna stove is now going and we have the hot water coming there. Now we just wait until these lower benches dry a little bit so they can be oiled. And by the way, these are old floorboards. They used to be pegged from the sides. You can still see some old pegs here and here and there. It's all, there's an old peg. And look at this beautiful door handle. I had these for 3-4 years in the storage, waiting for a suitable project, and now the project is here. Nice. Time to oil the boards or the seats. They've been in the sauna for an hour or so. They're quite warm. Here it goes. I can feel they are quite warm. I think they will suck up the oil real nice. I did put some cover on the floor so don't get so dirty. This is the paraffin oil. The canister was outside. It's a little bit dirty, but the oil is clean. And I think I'm gonna put a lot of it. Let's see how it. Nice. The rule number 1 is to not put too little, I guess, but that was a little bit too much. Now I'm gonna just keep adding. I think this amount of oil already disappeared somewhere. That was quite a bit, but the brush is already dry. I definitely need more, maybe a little bit less. So this is paraffin oil. I studied that it doesn't smell or taste, and it's suitable to use inside the sauna where the temperatures rise up to 100-120 Celsius. So it's very important to not have any toxic fumes coming out of it. This is what they typically use to preserve the wood inside the sauna. Can be used for the walls, seats, anything. But I only will put this on the floor and the seats, but not the walls, because the seats are going to get dirty when naked dirty people sit on them, and every once in a while it's a good idea to wash them really nice. So having them like this, when they're easy to take out and easy to wash, is important. And when it's full of oil, all the crap won't be absorbed into the wood. Look how dry it gets. This is some 100 years old wood. It's been used as a floorboard for over 100 years. And then I looted it on a scrap pile where there was a building that had been taken down. There were lots of logs. Some of them are in the walls now. And there were some of these, only few of these floorboards. And I took them all. Didn't know what I was going to make out of them, but then it really struck me that they will make such a nice seats for the sauna. This type of wood can't be bought anymore because the quality is so high that they don't really grow, and after 100 years the wood gets a texture like no other. You can't have fresh wood cut and make it look like this. This has like 100 years of history in it. And you can see all the dents and cracks and nails, and the color, of course. The color changes a lot in 100 years. Wow, it's already dry here. I put so much oil in it and it just disappears. The oil just disappears. This wood is so dry. It's been drying for 100 years. So, and all the natural oils of the wood have evaporated and disappeared. So it's a good idea to put some oil in there to preserve it for even longer. It's not nice to have some sweat or dirt that absorbs into the wood. So when it's full of oil, it won't absorb anything, and it's very easy to clean. Look how beautiful it is. It's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna set it aside so it can absorb all the oil while I'm oiling the other one. Oops. Let's get the other one. Okay, let's do it. And now I'll just wipe the excess. The sauna's going like crazy. It's like 80 Celsius in here. And the lower seats are drying right there. I put them like that so they're higher up because it's a lot hotter up there than down there where they belong. The water is boiling in the reservoir. The stove is really hot. They have a nice hot fire in there. Nice. And here are the completed sauna seats from those juicy old floorboards. They're now sanded and oiled. And here you can see the gutter system under the floorboards.